So how do we really get compensated as a buyer's agent? Assuming that a property is in your multiple listing database, right? That seller has made a decision to not only compensate their listing broker and agent, but to also offer compensation to the buyer's broker and or you as the buyer's agent. That could look like anything, right? There's no limitation on what somebody can charge. It's tethered usually to a fixed percentage of the agreed upon sales price. So when explaining this to a buyer, right? Because many buyers, they either haven't been through the home buying process and or it's been a long time since they bought a house. They're seeing a property that's on the market that's of interest to them for $500,000 sales price. And then they're thinking, well, what do I got to pay you? Well, good question, Mr. Smith. The good thing is inadvertently, when you buy the house, you will ultimately pay my commission because it's baked into the sales price. However, 100% of the buyer's agent or the buyer's broker's commission will be deducted from the seller's net proceeds, if in fact that seller is offering in their listing that fixed percentage. You can't expect more and you shouldn't expect less. Whatever is being offered is what we're working for, and you know that going ahead of the time. But it's very important that you explain this to the buyers to understand that, hey, look, they have to buy a property, right? And let's say it's $500,000. It's not 500 plus. It's not 500,000 and then you have to peel off an additional, 10 grand, to compensate me as your buyer's agent. Our percentage, our commission is baked in to the sales price, at which point that for sale sign is set in the yard. It's on the multiple listing database, whatever MLS you happen to be associated with. That is what we can reasonably anticipate that we will be compensated upon the final sales price. We can go through this process and just assume that buyers understand that, but look, after 20 years in this business, they don't. You're going to need to have that conversation more often than not upon presenting them with the buyer's agreement to be executed is a perfect time to have this conversation.